In 2009, a former Army psychiatrist carried out the deadliest mass shooting on an American military base. 13 people were killed and 32 others were injured during the attack at Fort Hood in Texas. The shooter has been on death row for 11 years, but his attorneys argue he didn't get a fair trial and should be spared the death penalty. Newsy's Therese Garnier has more.
Attorneys for a former Army psychiatrist who has been on death row for over a decade for killing 13 people during a shooting rampage on Fort Hood is requesting a sentencing retrial. John Potter, one of former Army Major Nidal Hassan's attorneys, stood before 3 judges and argued his client had a, quote, sham of a trial before being convicted of 13 counts of murder and 32 counts of premeditated murder for the 2009 shootings. Only 14 people were allowed to witness the proceedings. Of those people, Alonzo Lunsford. He said he was shot 7 times.
And even my last dying breath, now I'm going to use that to save those people that were inside.
Potter argued Hassan never had a psychological evaluation and was not competent to represent himself when he was tried in 2013. He also said that Hassan broke the law by pleading guilty, a violation of the Uniform Code of Military Justice. Potter added that 2 panel members at the trial may have been biased and that there should have been a change of venue away from the fort for safety and fairness reasons. But government lawyers responded that Hassan was found competent, and the judge spoke to each panel member and found they could judge the case without prejudice. The government also argued that there was no need for a change of venue because all panel members were not from Fort Hood, nor were they there on the installation when the shooting occurred.
Here it is 10 years later. He wants to appeal it? For what? It hurts. And I'm angry. I'm real angry. So, I mean, that's just how it is.
He said he did not feel justice has been served, and now he carries around these to remind him how far he has come since that tragic day.
I would sit down and I'd greet him with a right hand of fellowship. And I would grip his hand tight. And when he tries to move his hand, I would not let go. And I would maintain that grip and let him know when I leave from out of this cell, this meeting room, I can go where I want to go, when I want to go, how I want to go, at my pleasure, at my leisure. So I would tell him. So those pains that he feels, think about those 14 that he took away from us that day. Think about the 32 that he tried to take away from us that day. And out of everybody that got hit, I'm 6'9½", 300 pounds. And I was within 5 feet of him, and he couldn't get the target right. Poor choice, very poor choice.
The judges listened to over 2 hours of arguments from the defense and government appellate counsels. They said they're going to review all the information so that way they can determine if Nidal Hassan indeed deserves a sentencing retrial. Therese Garnier, Newsy, for Belvoir.
COVID-19